Zach Walker, and I'm here to talk on behalf of Paul Eyes a little bit today about goaltending.
Okay, go.
As you can see, your typical goalie isn't exactly the same as a goalie would be in soccer. For one kind of main reason, this long bar sticking out the back of his feet. In Subbuteo, you obviously have this bar, in order to play goalie. Now, many people don't realize that you can utilize this bar. This bar can be very beneficial when playing goaltending for a couple reasons. Let me show you. Let's go inside goal and show you. Often with beginners, there's a little misconception to kind of stay on your line and play goalie, right? Stay on the ground, just like a normal human being would in soccer. Well, in Subbuteo, obviously, just like in soccer, we have this 6-yard box. In Subbuteo, you can come all the way out to the 6-yard box and cut off the angle. Just like in soccer, if you come out and cut off an angle, it makes it harder for the person to score. So you definitely want to do that in Subbuteo. And when you're goaltending on a shot, always make sure your goalie is right out as far to the line. Not over, because that's obviously illegal, and if it does hit, you'll be giving up an indirect free kick from the penalty spot. But you want to make sure that you're right on the line, cutting off as much angle as possible. Now, when goaltending, a lot of people just think to face at the ball. Well, one very important lesson that I learned from your current national champion, Rick Wilcox, is to make sure that your goalie is never looking at the ball. The reason that is because obviously if he's looking at the ball, you're not going to be utilizing this pole that I mentioned earlier. Now, look what happens when we turn it. You might not see it at first, but really what I'm doing by turning the pole is I'm taking away a lot of angles and limiting what you have to shoot at. For example, when a player shoots, and if he shoots low at me, my bar is there to stop him. So if a player tries to beat me low, it's going to hit the bar and deflect out or hit off the post and go wide. So I'm not really letting you beat me low. By my goalie being a little out, I'm barely giving you a little bit of the far post, which, sure, you could score, but A, that's going to be a very hard angle to hit, and B, it's not going to be very consistent unless, Greg Deinhardt hitting that. So all I'm really giving you right now is this little window right here, which is a little tough to see, but the ball pretty much can fit through there. But that's a very hard little window to shoot through. Unless you practice hours a day, you're not going to hit that, 9 out of 10 times like a very advanced player would. But in order to take that away, if you turn your goalie just in slightly, that makes it even smaller. So the only thing I'm pretty much giving you is if you come down to ground level, I'm giving you a little looping shot, which is one of the hardest shots in Subbuteo to stop. And it does take many years of practice in order to learn. Greg Deinhardt, 7-time national champion, as many of you know, can do that very well, like most top players in Europe and throughout the world can do. It's a very hard shot. But one of the benefits, though, is I'm not letting you beat me near post. Coming near post is a shorter distance than it is going far post. So as a goalie, I have more time to react because I have more time to for the ball to be coming to me. So if he does decide to come far post, all I have to do is a simple turn to follow the ball. If I was like this, I wouldn't be able to do that so much because I'd have to turn like this. I'd be giving up a lot more angles and options. You could beat me low here, you could beat me low there, whereas here limits a lot of different angles.
Okay.